is just a video on how I do my contour. I hope you enjoy it all, and let's get started. So to highlight under my eyes, I use the Naked Skin Concealer in Fair Neutral, and I set it with my Shade and Light palette. So let's do that first. What I do with my concealer is I just put that in the corner and I do like a little triangle and spread that out. And then I get my e.l.f. small stippling brush and I stipple it, I press it into the skin and blend it out too. Now what I do straight away is I set it, and I'm going to use the banana powder in my Kat Von D palette, and I'm actually going to bake it. So I'm going to grab a heap of product onto my brush and just pressing that in. So there's heaps of product under your eye, but it's gonna sweep away, I promise. So just pressing that all in. And then do the other side. In and blend it out. And up, I go up along that line too, along the top of my cheekbone. Then again with the baking, so grabbing a whole heap. I've got a lot on my brush at the moment. I'm just patting that in to the skin. Then I'm going to, while I'm waiting for that to bake on my face, I'm going to highlight my nose and a little bit on my forehead and my cupid's bow. So I just put a line down my nose and then a little bit on my forehead. I have a big forehead, so I don't like to put too much highlight there. I don't want to make it any more prominent than I already am. And I'll just start blending that in and up. I'm using circular motions on my forehead and sweeping motions on my nose. So I'm not going to bake that, I'm just going to set it. So just grabbing a little bit, tapping off the excess, there was a lot on there, and just sweeping that over what I just done. So now that's baked for long enough, I'm just going to get a fan brush, just a clean fan brush, and I'm just going to just sweep all that product away from underneath my eye. You can do the baking method any way you like. There is no rules, just as long as there's a lot of product there and it's sitting there for a while. Like you can use a sponge, wet the sponge, put it on there and put it in, but I like that more for translucent. I've only got my palette that I like the banana shade in that I use, just anyway. So now that is off, I'm going to go into the contouring part. So what I'm going to use is my NP Set Contour Brush, blush and contour brush, and I'm picking up just this lighter shade in my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is Subconscious, and I'm just tapping that in there, tapping the excess off. And what I like to do on this side, because I have two different ways on getting my contour, because I have an asymmetrical face, so it's not completely the same on either side. So on this side, I can see my line by doing this. And what I do is I just follow that line, making it darker, more up at the top, and then just sweeping the rest of the product along. So putting most of the product up here, and then sweeping it downwards and blending that in. and up. I don't want to go underneath that line, I just want to go on top. And on the other side, I like to do this sort of face, because then I get the line. Yeah. So grab some more. Little product up there. And bringing it down. And now I'm going to contour my forehead, get more of that product. I'm starting at my temple, and I'm just brushing outwards, and then I'm slowly going to go around. So I've blended that up, and then I'm going to do my other one, blending that into the hairline, and then up a bit, and then grabbing some more and starting in the middle, then just joining on them two lines and blending that all in. I like to come down pretty far because of my big forehead. Then I just like to contour out my jawbone a bit, so just going underneath, sweeping that around and blending down. So now that's the contour done, I'm going to bronze up my face a little bit because I feel like I look a little bit white. So I'm getting my Too Faced Soulmates bronzer and just a Revlon Big brush, and I'm just going into that corner, tapping off the excess and just going up above that line. So just up above, I don't want to go underneath, just above that line, and blending all of that in together. Just giving me a little bit more colour. And on my forehead. Now for highlighting, I'm using my Soft and Gentle by MAC and just getting an e.l.f. blush brush, which is just like a little paddle brush that I absolutely am loving at the moment. Putting that just on the tip of that and patting it on top of my cheekbones. And that'll give the illusion of higher cheekbones. I absolutely am in love with highlighting, so I do go a little bit crazy. You don't have to highlight as much. You can highlight more if you want. I like to go up above my brow, on the brow bone. Then on the tip of my nose, and along the bridge of my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. And I forgot a part to contour my nose. I grabbed that same Subconscious and I just pat that in with just a flat brush, and I just map out. I have a bump here, so I try and cover that bump because it makes my nose look very crooked. So I try and cover that up and just blending that down. And the other side. And then I go into a triangle at the bottom. Okay, now for blush, I'm going to use my new one. It's the exact same blush brush from e.l.f. And to get my Margin Frost blush from MAC. So this is that one. Putting that in, tapping off the excess, and just putting that on over the top. This side. Thank you so much for watching my how I contour video. I hope you found this really helpful and it gives you a little bit more idea on how to contour if you didn't know how already. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because it really actually does help me out a lot. And give it a comment on what you think I should do next, or if you have any suggestions, because I'm always open to suggestions. So, and also give it a thumbs up, and I will see you later.